Hey everyone, Tony Dragon here, and I didn't want to make this a regular thing, but again, I do have some things to say about this latest honest trailer, Finding Nemo. Um, I love the movie, I really do. Are there a lot of I'm sorry about this. This I'm sinking into this beanbag chair, man. It's annoying, but anyway, I love the movie. Despite it having some cliches and some predictable outcomes. The misunderstandings, the kid running away, and that those things have been done before. But I still like the movie so much. It might have to do with the environment, the characters, just the fact that they're having so much fun with the story. And for me, the best scene that always captivates me is that moment where the pelican, I'm forgetting his name, sorry, goes over to Nemo and the other fish in the fish tank and, regale them with the stories of, Nemo's dad, Marlin. And it is so epic. So hearing that, I sat through and saw the events myself, but seeing it from this perspective of someone hearing about the story, the fable, the legends, and it just gives you a sense of awe. It's like when you're experiencing it, just like, oh my god, it was terrifying. Thank God they made it. But when you're with these other people who are just hearing about it for the first time, you get the sense of like, wow, he really did all that. Fought 3 sharks, fought an undersea monster, went through a forest of jellyfish. This is just amazing. It adds to this, sense of wonder. And I always loved that scene. It was possibly one of my favorite scenes throughout the whole movie, and that really cemented, my liking of the film. And now they're coming out with Finding Dory, which would, which honestly, I didn't think needed to be done. But I suppose if we want to find out more about Dory, it makes sense. Maybe there's a reason why she's forgetful. Like, for some theorize that she had a traumatic event that, you know, forced her brain to forget about, and it just keeps forgetting over and over again because it doesn't want to remember bad stuff happening to her, which is an interesting theory. Um, but who knows? In terms of characters, my favorite in Finding Nemo, I want to say the sharks, but they're secondary characters, so I'm trying to stick with main characters. So I guess I'm gonna go with Dory. Yeah, yeah, Dory. Because as much as I like Nemo and Marlin, they still annoyed me at some certain points, especially Nemo with his whole, I can do it, Dad. I believe. You have to believe in me. Like, why don't you trust me? The generic kid, you know, wanting to prove to their parent that they're old enough to take care of themselves. They can do it by themselves. They don't need any help. And of course the parent who's overprotective and really neurotic about everything can get them not can kind of annoying also. But I still like the characters a lot. But Dory always seemed like just overall happy about the situation she found herself in. She was just a joy to be around. She had a lot of energy. And I like that. The amnesia thing get annoying eventually. Yeah, but they never got to the point where it kind of made me not like the character. In fact, later on, they just kind of, made her forget less and less because she was remembering things by repeating them over and over again. And that can be done. People with amnesia, or at least short-term memory loss, like she'd say, like what she has, can be overcome with repetition. You practice something over and over again, you eventually retain that information. You may not remember how you knew about this, but you do know it. So I'm kind of glad they added that in. What am I expecting with Finding Dory? I don't know really. Like I said, I'm kind of on the side that maybe there'll be a reason why she's forgetful, or maybe the trailers are just misleading. It's mostly comedy based. Well, it probably might be comedy based. Who knows? So, honest trailers. Finding Nemo. What are they gonna talk about? Well, one problem I think that they need to bring up is, of course, the little girl. And the fact that she shook her fish to death. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know there are kids like that. I've met kids like that. They don't treat anything with respect. You know, everything is the whole world's their fucking playground, and I really hate kids like those, man. You know, it's like, and no, I was not one of them. According to my parents, I was the quiet guy. I was, they took me to the movies. I never talked throughout the whole movie. I would be like 3 to 5 years old, and I never talked when we were in the movie theater. I would just sit there and, gaze at the big screen in awe. And I was relatively careful with my toys. I always liked forming them in a, kind of like a storyline. Like this team versus this team. I like reading at the same time. I don't do much reading now, which kind of sucks. But that's because so much of my time is focused on games, TV, movies, all those storylines that I really can't get into a book nowadays. I always used to tell my mom, back when she didn't like me watching so much TV. I would always tell her, just like, I'll read a book as soon as I'm done watching everything on TV and playing every video game and watching every movie. Then I'll go on to finishing every book. It was part of my little OCD kind of tirade. I still feel the same way. It's like there's just so much for me to do that I just can't take time to read one book and think, reading one book is fine. Like, no, because then I gotta read more books. Yeah, that's how it usually goes for me. I see one thing on TV, I have to watch everything on TV. I read one book, I gotta read every book. And it's an addiction problem I have. But how did I get here? What am I talking about? Finding Nemo to my addictions. Huh? I'm lost. It's like 4 a.m. for me, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's start the trailer. It is honest trailers. Well, let's start the honest trailer. 3, 2, 1. Yep, other people grew up with watching that movie. So did I. You're not special.
You catch the sequel that everyone hopes is a little more Toy Story 2 than Cars 2.
Huh? Yeah, Cars 2 wasn't that good.
Stole its own ending in its title, so audiences can have a shred of hope to hold on to through 90 minutes of tears and torture. Finding Nemo.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing the whole time.
A dad coping with living through the first 10 minutes of a Pixar movie. When his last living son, Nemo, is kidnapped by the worst dentist ever. What the? Well, that's one way to put it. Whatever it takes to get him back, even if it means taking advantage of the mentally handicapped.
Hey man, he's got to find his son.
Okay.
Screw the mentally handicapped.
It's okay. Fall in love with and quickly get sick of Dory, the fish version of the kid who asks their parents what's happening every 5 seconds.
We going in there? Can I help you? You mean like a party? Is it your dad or my dad? Where are you going?
Hey, it could have been a lot worse.
What's the matter? What's wrong? Hey, what you doing?
It's gone. I've lost the mask.
What'd you drop it?
You dropped it.
Who can't remember anything unless it's convenient to the plot, which makes her a really weird choice for her own solo movie. Man, Pixar better not be going minions on us.
Banana!
Never go full minion. Together, Dory and Marley will embark on a journey that combines the wonder of The Little Mermaid, the excitement of The Great Escape, and the musical talents of Ellen DeGeneres.
I love to swimming when you
Swim along for a
Yeah.
powerful message as this neurotic dad learns to let go of his fear that the ocean is trying to kill you, even though he's totally right. As this
It
children's
is.
movie treats the ocean like a non-stop murder parade, full of killer sharks, paralyzing jellyfish, deadly mines,
Everything's trying to kill you.
worst nightmares, and tiny anxious-looking fish that eat your worst nightmares whole. Holy crap, the ocean is scary. I think I'm just gonna stay on land where it's safe.
Don't make
That's why I do not like swimming at all. I always feel like there's a sea monster down there.
Come on! Reel in the Pixar classic everyone took the wrong lessons from, leading to the capture of thousands of actual Nemos, the death of countless fish that kids tried to free down the toilet,
All drains lead to the ocean.
and 4
No.
seafood restaurants for complete sociopaths. That's messed up, dude. Don't make me think about what I'm eating. So just keep
Yeah,
swimming
screw
to
those
another
guys.
fantastic Pixar movie that executes their assembly line formula perfectly, with an emotionally jarring opening, a sentimental protagonist wacky sidekick duo, and just enough poop jokes to entertain your kids.
Don't you people realize we are swimming in our own?
While the heart-wrenching story makes you reevaluate your entire adult life. Dad, stop crying, sweetie. Just look at the funny turtles, okay? Just keep swimming, John. Just keep swimming. Starring Mr. Mom, Memento, Fish Stick, Michelangelo, Willem Dafoe, and The Walking Dead Season 4. Carl, Taken. Did you know that clownfish are pretenders hermaphrodites? That means when a female dies, the dominant male changes gender and mates with the next male in line. Oh no. Be sure to subscribe for more honest trailers.
Yeah, that little scientific fact.
Please don't forget to sign up
I'm
for
so
James
glad
Place
they
and
leave that out of the
most
movie.
epic
Like,
event of all
no,
time.
I don't need to know that.
Click the link above for a chance to win an all expenses paid trip with a friend to get VIP
But
passes
yeah,
to our
they didn't
first
bring up the
Comic-Con
girl,
mega
which is
event.
great, but
There, you'll
they
get to see
did-
all the exclusive programming we're
They
gonna
did
cover
show us a
weekend.
lot of
And
kids
your
being
favorite
idiots.
Nintendo
It's like,
personalities,
all trains lead to the
and
ocean.
for your
Free
chance
our
to win
fish. Like,
Sea
don't do
in
that.
San Diego.
Don't do that.
Cheeky breeze.
Oh, those poor fish that died
There's
during
a
that.
chili in my pocket, and it's getting warm. Ooh la la. Goo goo gaw.
It's not the movie's fault. Just
Sometimes I cry in the shower.
the parents did not explain to the kids properly. I was just like, it's like, no, not all drains go to the ocean. Don't start flushing fish down our toilet.
Already said the skittins.
Yeah, like I said, Dory was not that annoying. It could have been a lot worse, guys. You know, that, like I said, she was obnoxious at times, but it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, everything is trying to kill them in the ocean. Jesus fucking Christ. Here's the thing. I'm fine with going to the beach, but I will not go any deeper than, you know, around the chest area. I hate the ocean. Even if it's in video games, I hate the ocean. Why? Call me paranoid, like, Marlon here, but it's because I always assume there's a fucking sea monster down there waiting to eat me. Like, oh, you mean a shark? No, not a shark. I mean like an unidentified, newly discovered sea monster. It's probably not true, but even if there's a 0.00001% chance of it existing, I'm not taking that chance. Because if I get eaten by this new sea monster, people are going to focus less on the fact that I was eaten and more on the fact that they discovered a new species and tried to protect it from hunters. They're like, fuck you, that thing killed me. Kill the goddamn thing. I'll kill it from the inside. I really don't like the ocean. The fact that it's, so deep and there's these scary looking fish down there. I'm just like, nope, nope. That's why I like space a lot more. Space, so far we have not found any any life out there. Just a bunch of rocks. I can deal with rocks. They don't have a mind of their own. They don't have these instincts to go after you. But under the sea, little mermaid's gonna drag me down there and eat my soul. Screw you, Ariel. You're not getting me. So yeah, I have a paranoid fear of the water. I really don't like the ocean. But yeah, they kind of touched on a couple of good points here. Like, yeah, The first first minutes were just like really tragic. It's like, now, when I saw that as a kid, I was just like, Jesus Christ, movie. It was like the first time I ever actually cried. I mean, later on I saw Bambi, but at that point I already watched so many movies, with sad scenes that kind of got used to Bambi's mom getting shot. Oh, that sounds heartless. It's like, his mother was shot, so that's a guy lose his wife and like all 100 of his kids. Sounds a lot worse than that. Sounds a lot worse than mom getting shot. Off screen too. Well, to be fair, he lost his kids and wife off screen too. But you actually saw the monster, go for them, just really fast too. Like, oh my god! And they didn't kind of sugarcoat it with la 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 la. Everything's okay. Like, screw you. No, it's not. But yeah. It was pretty good. I like this honest trailer. Pops with good points. Not too many poop jokes. I mean, yeah, it had fart jokes, but they were kind of spaced out evenly. Like I said, Dory was not as annoying as she could have been. She could have been a lot worse. We've clearly gone a lot worse, especially with Mater from Cars 2 and the Minions. When they're just like the secondary characters or the background characters, they're fine, they're funny. But if they're the main focus, it can get so annoying. So that's why I'm both kind of iffy on the Finding Dory, because it could turn out to just accentuate her annoying parts. Her annoying parts of personality, or it can just give us some pretty deep insight into why she is the way she is. The worst dentist ever. Jesus Christ. I hate dentists like that. They get distracted and just yank your teeth out. Like, oh no, my poor teeth. But yeah. Yeah, that's about it. So, this was a fun, honest trailer. I liked it. I disagree with them on certain parts, but for the most part, I agree with them. Sad, it's very sad beginning, sad moments throughout the movie too. It does make you cry at certain points. At least the first time you see it, anyway. And it does insinuate a lot of things are dangerous in the ocean. Do not trust the ocean. You should hate the ocean. Want to throw a harpoon at something? Throw it at the ocean. We gotta preserve the oceans, keep it clean. It's like, no, kill the ocean. All those monsters down there waiting to kill us. Either way, alright. So next time I see you guys will probably be for another honest trailers. So yeah. Till then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.